On November 12th, 2025, at a coin press in Philadelphia, the United States minted its very last penny. 232 years of production ended without much of a funeral. And maybe that's fitting, because the penny died the way it lived, worth 1 cent and costing 3.69. This is the story of how a factory whose entire job is making money managed to lose money making it. And the twist is, killing the penny may not have stopped the bleeding. Start with what a penny actually is. Not to you and to the mint. The mint is a factory. It manufactures small metal discs, and it sells them at face value to the Federal Reserve. Sell a quarter for 25 cents. Spend about 15 making it. That's 10 cents of profit on every coin. The margin even has a name, seigniorage. A word for the money the government makes simply by making money. It's how the mint pays for itself. Every coin in your pocket is a product, with a cost line and a price line, and the price is stamped right on the front, forever. Which brings us to the penny's little problem, the price on its face. 1 cent. Now the cost line. A modern penny is mostly zinc, wearing a thin copper coat. Add the plating, the stamping, the shipping, and by 2024, 1 penny cost 3.69 cents to make. Not 4. The mint would have loved 4. Let me say that the way an accountant would. The mint's most famous product sold for 70% less than it cost to build. And that wasn't a bad year. That was the 19th bad year in a row. The penny went underwater in 2006, and it never came back up. 2023, 3.07. 1 year later, 3.69. The trend line only knew one direction. Now multiply a tiny loss by billions of units. In fiscal 2024 alone, the mint struck about 3.2 billion pennies and lost $85 million doing it. The year before that, 179 million. Stack up every year since 2006, and the running total clears $1 billion. Mark that down. $1 billion loss in the one business where the product is legally guaranteed to be worth exactly what it says on the front. So why did it run for 19 years? Not a conspiracy. Incentives. The zinc lobby liked selling zinc. Retailers worried a rounded price would annoy people, and Congress, as ever, had a bigger fight. So the machine did what machines do. It kept running. Until somebody finally read the ledger out loud. In 2025, somebody did. That February, Washington ordered the phase-out. On May 22nd, the mint stopped buying penny blanks. The plain metal discs a penny is struck from. No new blanks, no new pennies. And when the last blanks ran out on November 12th, the final circulation penny came off the press. First cent 1793. Last cent 2025. The government expects to save about $56 million a year on materials alone. And no, your pennies aren't worthless. The billions sitting in jars and couch cushions are still legal tender. Officially, production is just suspended, which is the bureaucratic word for dead. But here's the part the obituaries missed. Cash still exists and cash still makes change. Without a penny, cash transactions round to the nearest 5 cents, which means more demand for the nickel. So check the nickel's ledger. Face value, 5 cents. Cost to make, 13.78. The nickel loses 8.78 cents on every coin. A worse deal than the penny ever was. The dime makes money. The quarter makes money. The nickel is the new penny, and it's worse at the job. The math that killed the penny didn't die with it. It just moved into a bigger coin, wearing Jefferson's face. So here's the ledger's view of the whole story. To you, a penny was money. To the mint, it was a product. A product with a negative margin, a 200-year-old brand, and a customer legally required to buy it. Strip away the sentiment, and the question was never whether a penny is worth 1 cent. The question was what 1 cent costs, and for 19 straight years the answer was too much. That's the face value. The ledger says otherwise.